E.N.D here, day 5 for the spoilers of the Lost Caverns of Ixalan. It's the weekend, very few cards spoiled, but there are a couple worth mentioning. Starting with Resplendent Angel, one of the most valuable cards from Corsa 2019. 1 and 2 white, 3/3 flying at the beginning of each end step. Each end step, not only yours. If you gain 5 or more life this turn, create a 4/4 white angel creature token with flying and vigilance. 3 and 3 white, until end of turn, it gets +2/+2 and gains lifelink. With Streets of New Capenna still standard legal and all the angel support spells, this creature can combo off quite easily. Rare cards. Queen's Bay Paladin 3 and 2 black 5/4 enters the battlefield or attacks, return up to 1 target vampire card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. You lose life equal to its mana value. Restless Vents enters the battlefield tapped. Add 1 black mana or 1 red mana. 1 black and 1 red. Until end of turn, it becomes a 2/3 black and red insect creature with menace. It's still a land. Whenever it attacks, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Uncommon and common cards. Dosing Device for 1 and 1 red artifact. When it or another artifact enters the battlefield under your control, up to 1 target creature you control gets +1/+0 and gain haste until end of turn. Then transform it if you control 4 or more artifacts, and it transforms into Geode Grotto, Land, Cave. Tap to add 1 red mana. 2 and 1 red mana, tap. Until end of turn, target creature gain haste and gets +X/+0, where X is the number of artifacts you control. Activate only as a sorcery. Clay Fired Bricks for 1 and 1 white artifact enters the battlefield. Search your library for a basic plains card, reveal it and put it into your hand, then shuffle. You gain 2 life. Craft with artifact for 5 and 2 white. And when you craft it, it transforms into Cosmune's Kiln artifact. Enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 colorless Gnome artifact creature tokens. Creatures you control get +1/+1. Market Gnome for 1 white 0/3. When it dies, you gain 1 life and draw a card. When it's exiled from the battlefield while you're activating a craft ability, you gain 1 life and draw a card. Self-Refraction 4 and 2 blue sorcery. Create a token that's a copy of target creature you control. Flashback for 3 and 1 blue. Bat Cavern, not related to Batman. I think that's something that will be released once Wizards of the Coast will collaborate with DC. 2 and 1 white, enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 black bat creature token with flying for each mana from a cave spent to cast it. Whenever a cave enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Giant Leech 7 and 1 black 5/5. The spell costs 1 less to cast for each cave you control and each cave card in your graveyard. Lifelink. Twists and Turns for 1 green enchantment. If a creature you control would explore, instead scry 1, then that creature explores. Enters the battlefield, target creature you control explores. When a land enters the battlefield under your control, if you control 7 or more lands, transform it. And it transforms into Mycoid Maze, Land, Cave. Tap to add 1 green mana. 3 and 1 green mana, tap. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. Earthshaker Dreadmaw, Colossal Dreadmaw is back with Avengers. 4 and 2 green, 6/6 with Trample. Enters the battlefield, draw a card for each other dinosaur you control. Enterprising Scallywag for 1 and 1 red 2/2. At the beginning of your end step, if you descended this turn, create a treasure token. Pathfinding Exjo for 3 and 1 green 4/3. Enters the battlefield, it explores. So that was the last card in this particular day 5 of the spoilers of the Lost Caverns of Ixalan. Join me again tomorrow. Even though it's the weekend and very few cards are spoiled, there are always a couple of cards worth discussing. As always, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more and more interesting videos about Magic the Gathering and the collectible world.